Hi, welcome to AFTV. It's now time for player ratings after a 1-0 defeat to Liverpool. I'm going to come to Lee for this one because it sounds like he goes a bit harsh on David Raya, but let me just see what rating he give him for today.
So, listen, I think at the end of the day, you know, when you're 35 yards out, maybe 40, maybe from the halfway line, I think you've got to question it. But I don't think he's done anything wrong today. I made a bad pass into Zubermendi in the first half, which was unnecessary. But other than that, listen, he didn't have a lot to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? What he done well. 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like,
that sounds.
I was actually going to give him probably a 6.
I'm quite surprised. I thought you'd have been give him lower than that.
I've looked at it again.
You can't say that.
At first
you can't see it back. So what do you reckon of it then?
It's kind of inside of the post,
I think at
boys.
first, it was like his starting position was sort of in the, but he did then move back into the middle. So it was almost like he was saying to Szoboszlai, right, go that side, and he did, right, but he couldn't get his hands on that. Yeah. You know what it was? Is the power in which that was hit with. So I feel, yeah, he had nothing to do, but you know we. 6 out of 10, I think is fair.
I'll change the 6 out of 10, and I don't think anybody played bad today. That's the annoying thing about it.
That's above average. Let's go to right back, Duran Timber.
I thought he had a great game. You know what I mean? Like, whether it was defending or going forward, you know what I mean? Like the defenders were excellent today.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about a front line of Salah. Ekitike has been on fire since he's come here, right? And Gakpo has also scored goals already. And all 3 of those players were anonymous all game, right? So, 8. Excellent.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. Totally agree.
You're spot on. Let's go to a man who was in the back line but didn't play too many minutes. So maybe NA here, William Saliba.
I mean, 5. He didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's on 5 minutes. I don't know.
I think it was less. I think it was
the injury came in the first minute.
Is that injury from that kick?
Yeah. So I'm hoping that he just got a dead calf or something, which can happen. And you can't go on. But it was in the first minute.
And it was limpy. I think he was trying to test to see if he could play on, but I don't know. Hopefully it's not as serious. Otherwise, that's Saliba, Saka, Odegaard's back now. We can't be missing too many more big players. Let's go to Gabriel Magalhaes, Robbie.
Superb today. You know what I mean? Like, you know, as I said, Ekitike's been on fire. And he was absolutely anonymous today. You know, and you got to give him an 8. If we'd have won the game, it'd be like a 9. Yeah. But 8.
Yeah, leader. I thought he was brilliant again today. Like, you know, 8 out of 10. Yeah.
Gabriel was phenomenal. Let's go left back. I'll come to you, Calafiori, Lee.
Well, there's been doubts about Calafiori. People have questioned him today. There's no more questions today. Absolutely outstanding. Going forward, defending, everything today. 9 out of 10. I thought he was superb.
I was one of those questioners. I was one of those people that was doubting him, but superb.
Yeah, I thought he was superb as well. I think he's been good all season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why he's kept his place. I know a lot of people are saying why has Mars not been playing. I think Mars will get... Listen, that's what we got his great squad for, but I agree with Lee. I've probably given him an 8 as well, but I thought he was unbelievable today. Like you said, defending and going forward as well. And there was one time in the first half, I remember when he made a last-minute block. He was perfect today. I'll stick with a 9. I thought he was brilliant today. No, 8. We didn't win the game, so it's got to be an 8.
And perfect, but the boots, they need changing? Studs? Or because he
slipped over a couple of times, but
those pitches are wet though.
Yeah, they watered that pitch hard, didn't they?
Actually, let's not talk about it too long because they'll say that there's another excuse.
It's the water on the pitch.
Yeah, no. Let's go into midfield.
What about Muscat? Are you not going to do that?
No, we'll get. Mate, I've been doing this a long time, mate. Let me get there. All right, let's go into midfield. Zubermendi.
7 out of 10. I thought he was neat and tidy. Give away the free kick because he was a little bit out of position. Other than that, I thought he done well. Frustrating for him, really. But I thought in that first half, he absolutely bossed it in the first half. We really controlled the game in the first half without causing any trouble. But I was quite impressed with him.
Do you think he's still trying to get to the pace of the Premier League?
Yeah. He's still got to get to the pace of the Premier. I thought he done really, really well. You know what I mean? I think there was a couple of times in the second half. I think that was more from fatigue. When he lost the ball a couple of times. I think Curtis Jones came on a bit more livelier. But I think I'd have to say 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? I thought he had a good game and another player that's looking good for the future.
Interesting. You've both gone 7. So what would you give Declan Rice?
I'll give Declan an 8. I thought
he was
again superb today. You know what I mean? Energy in midfield, winning things. Towards the end of the game, he was really driving forward as well, trying to get us that winner. Get the equaliser. 8 for Declan Rice. Superb.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I think what worries me about him, he was deflated at the end, looked really, really down. There was frustration.
They were
Down, right? Because they know that it's just the one free kick, a brilliant free kick, but just separated the result.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit disappointed with it, really. You know what I mean? So from that point of view,
That's 8 out of 10 for Rice. Let me cheers.
Hey, tough to play. Very tough to play.
Fair play, man.
Thank you, man. Listen, we'll be up there. They'll be up there. We'll be up there this season.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
And that's a very. And actually, speaking to most of the Liverpool fans, they all acknowledge that. You know what I mean? Like, they've seen today that this is going to be a serious season.
Yeah.
And we got a good squad.
Mikel Merino.
We did all right. I'll probably give him a 7. He worked really hard. You know what I mean? Didn't really have a lot, sort of like. Effect on the game when we would say like shots or nothing like that, but he worked hard. You know what I mean? I thought he'd done all right in there. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, done nothing wrong for me.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I mean, just worked hard, won his headers. He's not going to create you the goals like someone like more creative, like a Wanyeri or someone like that. But that weren't his job today. His job was to sit in there and win the midfield. In that first half, we done that again. I think he tired towards the end. I actually felt when he come off and put Martin Odegaard on, we actually lost control of the game. So, listen, I thought he done okay.
It's a fair assessment. Let me go to Nonny Madueke out on the right, Lee.
Well, he was the best one out of the front, boys. If I'll be honest, 7 out of 10. I thought he caused a few problems. Little bit wasteful, should I say, with his end product, but I thought he was dangerous. I will say this: he worked his socks off for us today. Put himself in. He was unlucky one time in the box when it just didn't break for him. But I felt he was probably the best out of a bad bunch up there.
I think I'll give him an 8. I thought for his first full start at Arsenal. I thought,
Lee said we lost.
No, he's not. Otherwise, I thought he was really good today. I thought he gave Kirkes all kinds of problems all game. I thought the threat always came from down that side. And when you think, we're missing our main man Saka, I thought he stepped in and did brilliantly. So I'm going to give him an 8.
8, and you've gone 7. I'll let the comments decide. What was he? People will say you didn't win the game. Can you give him that? But you're saying first game playing there, big shoes to fill because Saka gave Kirkes problems.
Yeah, I thought he done. I thought Madueke's one of them players that you saw today that doesn't deserve to be on a losing team today. He played really well. You didn't think he had a good game?
No, I did think he had a good game, but I don't think he was an 8.
He said that you like that side, the right side of swingers. He always give him extra props. Let's go to the other wing then, Martinelli.
Yeah, listen, going forward-wise, I didn't think, I would have liked to have seen him do a bit more. I didn't think he got a lot of service out that side, right? And I thought he did a lot of unselfish work, going back and helping out and that. But, we would have liked to have seen a little bit more from him going forward. 6.
Yeah, listen, I thought he was brought in for his defensive qualities today, that is my problem, with the way we set up. He defended and got back on several occasions, fantastic work. He done absolutely nothing going forward. And the one time that he did in the first half, he was one-on-one and he decided to cut back and go through the midfield again. I don't know why he done that.
Time there, I think that's when a player with his confidence, because I'm like, keep going.
Oh yeah.
Just drive through it, you've got the pace. Just keep. We've seen you score goals like that before, and he was like that moment. That moment made me think he's really lacking in confidence going forward.
Yeah, he should have went towards goal. I don't think Victor has stole his run, but I don't know. No, I think you're right. He should have went straight to goal. So you've gone 6, and you've agreed to 6. Yeah. Okay, I just spoke about the man who did a similar run when Martinelli was breaking forward. Victor Gyökeres.
4. Not his fault. Didn't have no service. Got
to giving him a 4 then is.
Well, you know what I mean.
It's not his fault.
Well, he didn't do nothing, did he? He didn't do nothing like sometimes if you're not getting the service, you have to do it yourself, which is very difficult when you're playing up against those central defenders. I get that. he got no service. Mikel's got to find a way of getting him service. I think he never got one cross and he done nothing. It's not his fault, but at the end of the day, there was no balls down the channels, down the line for him. Like there's times I think today, again about being positive. I think there were times we could have played the ball early, but we chose not to. We chose to keep possession, too safe and all that. Like, and that's the thing. You've got to have it. If you've got a centre forward that's a goal scorer and a player, you've got to play to his strengths. I'm sorry, and we didn't today.
Yeah, I think 4's a bit too harsh. I'm going to give him a 5. Right, I think it was an average. No, because I think I don't think it was a below average performance. I think he worked his socks off. Yeah. He held the ball up a good arm a few times. But listen, like you said, if you're not getting no service, especially when you're up against Van Dijk and Konate, you know what I mean? You're not going to get no change, right? So they needed to get the ball into him and give him a bit more, and they didn't, right? And you know, he suffered for that today. But so he'll learn from this. But yeah, it's definitely a very average game for him.
No one's mentioned a man of the match yet, so I'm going to go to Mascara and I'm going to see if you got.
You're going to get one now. Yeah? 9 out of 10. Unbelievable performance. Coming in on your debut, 4 minutes into or 4 or 5 minutes into a game at Liverpool away, and never missed. Not once did anybody turn around on that stand and go, "We're missing Saliba today." He's a massive, massive compliment to him. Christian, unbelievable performance, unreal. Definitely my man of the match, and I was so pleased to see comfortable on the ball. Never got done in any duel or anything like that.
Didn't look nervous at all, did he?
No, I thought was outstanding.
Yeah, I think we've unearthed a gem, man. Like if he's going to play like that consistently, I mean, normally we've seen over the years, Saliba's missing here, right? It's pray time, pray to God time. But he was absolutely brilliant today, and like Lee said, he was comfortable on the ball as well. Notice that when he first came on, they didn't pass him a couple of times. Then once they saw how good he was on the ball,
teammates trusting him. Yeah,
they were trusting him all the time. Yeah. No, he was superb today. And remember, as I said, just the same way in which Gyökeres was kept quiet, he and Gabriel, they kept Ekitike, Gakpo, and Salah, which to me, that's one of the best front threes in Europe. Absolutely quiet today. Brilliant.
Unbelievable. I hope he watches this. 9 out of 10 for Christian Mascara. Unbelievable. So you're right. Everything he said, repeat everything he all said. What a talent. What a talent we have. We're finding a lot of great, big up better, finding a lot of great talents. Let's go to Eze.
Yeah, when he came on, he showed a couple of flat. He went on long enough. I wish we'd have brought him on a bit earlier, to be honest. He showed a few flashes. You see that time when he went past the player down the line? I'm excited to see this guy start games. But probably a 6. He weren't on long enough.
Oh,
I would have gone 7 because of what he done, and the only disappointment for me was he should have been on 10 minutes earlier.
I would have loved to have seen him on earlier, man. All right, we'll give him a 7.
Yeah, 7. He went past the Boslow with that little think over his foot, and then also
that's because he's a midfielder.
Then the passing as well. Passing is fun. Odegaard is brilliant.
Comfortable on the left as well, though. Look how he was running players down the line.
Forwards.
I'm excited to see like Saka on one wing, him on the other, because that you can't just double up on Saka. You're gonna have to do the same with him.
Okay, let's go to Max Dowman. Wasn't on long.
5. Didn't have long enough.
Yeah. Probably average 5, but weren't long enough. But great to see that the manager trusts him to bring him on at Anfield. You know what I mean? So, and he tried to go past players, and it was by that time they were kind of set their defence. They brought on Endo. They put everyone behind the ball. It was really difficult. But yeah, 5.
There was one more sub, and I'm scratching. Martin Odegaard. Oh my God, our captain.
5. Did nothing. Absolutely nothing when he come on. Like, you know what I mean? And like you're looking for something, you know, with 10, 15 minutes to go. We actually come on at 0-0, and I thought we lost the midfield when he come on. Like, you know, didn't do nothing for me. Too safe, but very much mirrors the manager.
Well, I don't think he was that bad when he came on. I'll give him a 6. I don't think he was. I thought he came on. He was trying to drive forwards. You know what I mean? We had a lot of the ball when he came on. So 6.
Okay, referee.
You know the referee, right? In the first half, I was like, this guy's refereeing the game good, because he was allowing a lot of physicality on both sides. Yeah. He was consistent with it. But then in the second half, man, he's like, the crowd got into him, man. He didn't give us nothing. Yeah. Right?
It's like someone at VAR said, Arsenal, you're letting too much go Arsenal. You're going too much in Arsenal's favour.
I'm going to give him, it's not an easy game to, ref when you come here. I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I felt like once Van Dijk got into his ear, because it was.
You really think Virgil referees games,
He
innit?
refereed that game
Really?
today. Like, he gets into the ear and makes things that. As soon as anything goes, as soon as there's a towel, it's a little foul, he's in there. You're missing that one. Oh, yeah, all right, Virgil, I'll make sure I do it right next time. 6 out of 10.
Okay, the manager.
6. I just felt too cautious today. I will say, I think that if he was a bit braver, we could have won here today. That's my opinion.
It's the left wing you're talking about, because I wanted to make it clear for people, because it's not.
No,
you
no,
said
no,
Mikel
no,
Marino,
no,
you
no.
said Mikel Marino had a good game.
Yes, but from a defensive point of view, listen, I'm in this camp, right, of Arsenal. Everybody keeps going on to me, and we have got the best defence in the league. Have we not, right?
correct.
So rely on it. You don't have to keep blocking it up by putting Marino in the midfield, Martinelli as a wide player. If you're going to play your attacking players, I thought all those attacking players on the bench today, he could have found one more in there. And i.e., if Odegaard isn't fit, then I would have put in Eze in there instead of Marino. I thought that was a negative move, if I'll be honest. Said it before the game. And if you want to play Marino in there, play Eze in there. Give us a little bit more flair going forward. That was my argument. Listen, he played for a draw.
I know, but putting Eze on instead of Marino would have been in the deep end. With Zubimendi didn't have the best of the games. Declan Rice would have to do so much work in there if he took out Marino. Well, I don't know. What are you? He said 6. Are you agreeing?
I have to agree with the 6 because I understand why he did what he did today.
Yeah, I do get it to a certain degree, but
you've got to respect where you're coming to, but it ain't worked, innit? Because we've lost. Yeah. So you can't. You have to then say that all those arguments that Lee's making. And people are forgetting he could have played Wanyeri there as well, right?
Yes.
So
But that wouldn't have worked though.
Why?
The physicality in that midfield,
no, but you don't. The thing is, you don't know because you've not tried it, innit?
So a wondrous free kick is the one. I know we've
No,
lost.
but listen, right? The argument is this, right?
It's after the fact though, no?
The argument is this. I get what he did today. I saw Tottenham. Last week they went to City. They done a similar thing with their midfield. They got 1-2-0. They've got the result. You know what I mean? And everyone's lauding up, their manager and saying tactically brilliant and that. He's tried something today. I get why he's done it. You can't just throw. Eze's just come, right? You've got to give Eze a chance to bed into the team. Yeah. But he could have gone with Wanyeri. He didn't. He's gone with Marino. And ultimately, because we haven't won the game now, all those people who will say that it should have been more attacking and why didn't we? They've got a strong argument. Okay. So it's got to be a 6. I have to agree with Lee.
Fans. Loud? Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm never going to knock the fans away from home, this is if I'll be honest, I think that, the Arsenal players subdued their fans in the warm-up. You know what I mean? I didn't think they were very, very loud. Our fans were. Yeah. Listen, we're surrounded in there from above, on both sides. You know what I mean? Listen, they do it very well. So you crowd it out, sand it out a little bit, So listen, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll get a 9 out of 10. Listen, we were right behind the team. There was no big moans and groans at the end because I think all the fans know that the team played well, but it's just been done by a brilliant moment by Szoboszlai. We've got to hold our hands up and say, you can't, what are you going to do? You're going to moan and he's an unbelievable strike. It's like when Declan Rice hit that one against Real Madrid.
Yeah. And he'll get man of the match for that game. I bet he's man of the match.
Yeah, I haven't seen, but he probably is. Right, well, that's it for the player ratings. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's a gut-end defeat. But that's it. It's international break now, so I have to sit on this one. We come back. Next fixture will be.
I think there's a lot of positives to take out of this.
There is.
Right.
There is.
Even though, listen, we would have liked to have had still be unbeaten. But I think you saw today there's not a lot in the two teams.
Yeah. Thank you very much.